Hello guys, welcome to Let's Grow Together Afro. My name is David Bisomo Murabazi. I'm a student, a third year student in logistics in the Netherlands, but also an entrepreneur in Africa. Uh, this channel, first of all, is an opportunity for us to share experiences in order to contribute to the growth of the African youth, because I believe as youth we have a lot of potential that needs to be explored. So by means of this channel, we'll be sharing experiences in order to contribute to that growth. So the topics that will be covered on this channel are topics related to cultural growth, financial growth or financial education, emotional growth, as well as personal growth. So if you're also here to grow, then let's go, guys. Approaching the end of 2023, and today's topic is going to be very interesting. So, since there are a lot of things that you're going to learn from this video, I will suggest you to take a book, okay, and a pen and start writing, because we're going to do something very meaningful that will probably change your life in 2024 if you were to apply everything that will be shared in this video. So, as I said before, we are at the end of 2023. We're in the last month in December. And it is time for you to do what we call self-reflection, asking yourself questions, reflecting on the actions and activities that you did in the last year, in 2023. So by doing that, you will know already what can you do better in 2024. That what we call reflecting on your actions. All right, this video is going to cover four important aspects. The first one is your personal growth. The second one, your time management. The third one, your relationships. And the last one, which is your financials. However, I'm going to give you one bonus. So if you want to know what it's all about, then stay tuned, guys. All right, so let's go right to the first one. Since I don't have much time, I'll try to make it short. So, your personal growth. There are the number of questions that you're supposed to ask yourself by reflecting on your personal growth in 2023. So these are the number of questions that you can ask yourself, and based on this question, you'll know already how you can do better in the upcoming year 2024. The first question is, what is your greatest achievement in 2023? It's very important to ask yourself this question because it's kind of motivate you. By reflecting on your best achievements, you can think of maybe an achievement that you had in school, or maybe at your workplace, or any activities that you're doing in your business. Maybe you open a new business. Maybe you started a business in a different, how would I say, environment or area that you've never been into, and you're seeing changes and progress. Those are achievements that you can reflect on and really be proud of. And by being proud of it, you'll be more motivated to do much better in the upcoming year. So it's very important for you to ask yourself this question. The second question is, did you achieve your personal goals, the goals that you set for yourself in 2023? This can be, for instance, you plan to reduce weight, or maybe you plan to uh, develop a specific competence. Maybe you plan to learn more on marketing, or maybe on trading, or maybe you plan to get a specific grade in school if you're a student. So were you able to achieve it? If not, why? What were the reasons? Why couldn't you achieve it? And what can you do to make things better? So, what are the actions that you can take in order to make things better in 2024? This question is very important. The third question, did you prioritize your physical and mental growth? By physical, as I just said earlier, maybe you plan to start going to the gym. Were you able to do it? Or maybe the enthusiasm was there in the beginning of the year, and then after 2 weeks, or maybe a month or 2 months, you stopped, it started decreasing. Is it what happened? Otherwise, you take priorities considering your physical growth, the type of food you were eating, fast food or whatever type of food. This is very important because your health matters a lot. Your mental growth. I would refer to maybe the people you associate yourself with, maybe a relationship you are in. Did it contribute to your mental growth or it just made it worse? You need to ask yourself this question. And if that's the case, then what can you do? Is there any plan in order to make it better? Try to put a plan, set a plan. You say, okay, this and this is what affected me mentally and physically. I'm going to do this in order to improve it. Personally, I was affected mentally in this year. I'm not gonna lie. I was in a relationship and things weren't that good. And at the end of the day, I realized that, yeah, I was mentally affected. There are a lot of things I learned from it, and I just decided to be more careful next time. So try to reflect on such kind of things. Okay, so it's very important for your personal growth. The fourth question: what new skills or knowledge did you learn in this year? Maybe you learn presentation skills. I don't know. Or maybe you learn. It can also be a quality that you were able to develop. It could be that maybe your communication skill, or it could be that you worked on your confidence, or maybe you worked on your social. How can I say it? Social aspects. I mean, maybe you worked on or you develop a social skills whereby you can be more social to people in case you are an introvert person. So it's very important. And the last question with regard to the personal growth is what did you how did you deal with challenges and setback in this year? Maybe you lost somebody. Maybe you made some losses in your business. How did you deal with that? Were you taking decisions under emotions, based on emotion, or you're taking time, letting things calm down, and then afterwards see what you could do? It's important to ask yourself such questions. So yeah, that is for the personal growth. Let's go to the next part, which is your time management. In my opinion, time is the greatest gift that we have in this life because I think there are many reasons, but the fact that it never goes back, you never take it back. Once it's gone, it's gone. So if you're spending it watching a movie, that time you spend watching a 1 hour movie, you never get it back. It's gone. Time keeps on ticking. So every second counts. So the first question you should ask yourself is, do you think that you manage effectively your time in 2023? If yes, congratulations. If no, why? What were the problem? What were the reasons? And what can you do in order to make things better next year? The next question, how much time do you spend on unnecessary things that could be spent on very important things? Maybe you spend more time on social media, watching comedies or watching, I don't know, people arguing against each other, or maybe you spend time on social media watching unnecessary things that did not contribute to your personal growth or did not teach you anything meaningful. Or maybe you spend time clubbing, going out with friends, and at the end of the day, nothing, no takeaway point, nothing learned. So try to reflect on this question. This is very important. This is a very important aspect of your life that you need to reflect on how you manage your time. And the last question is, how can you make better use of your time in 2023? There is a method that in 2024, my bad. There is a method that I was able to develop. I'm currently doing my internship. So, and this consists of every time when I go to weather school or my internship placement, the company I'm in, mm, I make an agenda. So I make an agenda of everything I'm going to do for that day, all the activities I'm going to perform, and I make sure that I achieve everything I plan to do for that day. You can do the same thing for 2024. You wake up, you make an agenda of things you're supposed to do. Stop procrastinating. That's one of the biggest enemy of progress. Stop procrastinating. Okay, make an agenda. You say, okay, you're going to the gym at X time. Okay, put it there. You're going to cook at this time. So every details, put it there. Okay, you're going to cook at this time. You read a book at this time. You study at this time. Okay, you hang out at this time and come back at this time. Maybe you're not able to respect the time, but it's really important that you try your best to Respect the time and all the activities that you plan for that day, okay? For each specific day. At the end of the day, you'll become more disciplined. I became more disciplined. Back then, I used to, how would I say it? I used to wake up, I go and I know already what I'm going to do, but since it's not written, I'll not take it that valuable, you know? I'll not take it that serious. But when you have something written, then it's more meaningful, you get. So try to write down your plans, make an agenda of your day, if possible, of your week, and you'll be seeing changes in your life. You'll see the progress in your life. Let's go to the next part. Relationships. By relationships, I'm referring to all the people around you. It can be your family, your relatives, I mean, your father, so your father, your mother, if you still having them, if they're still alive, your siblings, your cousins, your partners, your partner, I'm sorry, your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or your wife, or your husband. So the first question is, how is your relationship with your partner? How was it in 2023? Was it good? If it was good, then it's, yeah, congratulations to you. Keep it up. Keep on improving. If it was bad, what were the source of the problem? Whether you were the source of the problem or not, try to reflect on it and see whether there's something you can do in order to improve it, in order to make things better. It's self-reflection. So think of what you can do in order to improve it in 2023, 2024. Because if you stay in the same, if you keep doing the same thing and expect changes next year, you'll not see those changes. So you need to reflect on everything and see what are the things that you can plan for 2024 in order to make things much better. Okay. The next question is, did you associate yourself with people who had bad influence on you, or should I call them bad friends? You might not be conscious of that, but maybe people around you realize that your character uh, changed. Try to think about it. How do you see your friends, the friends you're associating yourself with? Did they contribute anything to your life since you met them? If yes, what is it? Okay. So it's very important. Sometimes there's some kind of friendship that you just need to let them go, especially if they're no bringing any progress to your life. Okay. So yeah. How do you positively, you yourself, how do you positively contribute to the growth of the relationships around you? That was about the people around you, the friends. But now, how do you yourself contribute to the growth of those relationships around you? Maybe it's your family, your father, your mother, your siblings, your cousins. Maybe you were less in touch with them this year, or maybe you're more in touch with them. That's very good. But if it is the other way around, try to make a plan. There is a method that I learned for those people that, like, it happens that especially in the diaspora, I mean, people living in Europe and America, it happens that since you're too busy, sometimes you forget calling some people. Not because you hate them or what, but simply because it gets too much on you that you even forget those important people. So the tip is, take a paper, write the name of those people that you haven't called maybe for a month or for a month or for a year. Write their name and schedule a day that you're going to call them. And if they're close to you, a day you're going to visit them. Okay, it's very important. Just schedule, write their names on a paper, and write the day that you plan to call them or the week you're going to call them. Okay, so it will make things better, and it will strengthen your relationship between them and you. Let's go to the fourth aspect, the financial aspect. The financial aspect is important. Whether you are into business, whether you're a worker, working under someone, or whether you're just a student, you're not working. Okay, it's very important to reflect on how you manage your money this year. Okay, so the first question is, did you make any financial mistakes this year? It's good. If you make it, it's fine. Okay. What matters now is, what did you learn from it? But first of all, you need to ask yourself why. Why did you make that mistake? What did you learn from it? What can you do in order to make things better? Okay. I personally made a lot of mistakes this year. I got scammed. I lost a lot of money. almost 2,000 in one scam. That's a huge mistake. But also, I made another mistake right in the beginning of this year. So I bought a pool table because I wanted to open a bar. I bought a pool table, and I did some market research, but apparently it wasn't sufficient. Why? Because after putting everything in place, when I opened the bar and I put the pool table in there, it happens to be that although the people were interested in playing, coming and drinking and everything, there wasn't enough. How would I say? They were not able to afford it, if I can put it that simple. So they were not able to afford the price of the games, the price of so it was how would I say, a deprivileged people area. So the privileged area, people were not, did not have financial power there. So that's a mistake I made. It's a market research mistake. So what did I learn from it? That every time, next time, before I start a business, I will make sure that I do proper research. Okay, I do proper research and ensure that also, because I also had problems with the people I was working with, they were stealing from me. So they work for the whole week and I'll not see anything. So from that day, I decided to start employing people based on references. So somebody will come and accept to be the, how do I call it? Accept to be uh, responsible for any damages that that person can cause. Okay, so that's makes me feel more safe here. At least I know that if this person runs away with my money, I will go and look for the person who sent him or her to me. And yeah, it's yeah. So the other question is, did you meet your financial goals? The goals you planned for, you had for this year. Maybe you plan to make good money this year. You plan to make a specific amount of money this year, or you plan to open a specific business, to go into a specific activity, and this year were you able to do it, or it wasn't possible? If it wasn't, if you couldn't do it, what were the reasons? What were the reasons why? Why couldn't you do it? And what can you do next time in order to avoid that? Those reasons that you're going to state in your mind on the paper. How you deal with them in case they happen again next time. Okay, those causes. I mean, how would you deal with them in order it happens again next time in 2024? So that's very important. And the bonus, because I told you that I'll give you a bonus. Your learning and growth. As the title of the channel indicates, we're here to grow. Let's grow together. So it's very important to reflect on the knowledge that you were able to acquire in this year. So how do you apply the knowledge that you learned in this year to your life? Maybe it was knowledge you got from books or from school or from your work, or maybe insight from a instructive video that you watched, or maybe your self research. Sorry, your self research. So all the knowledge that you collected, that you were able to gain, how did you apply it to your life? Okay, and the last question is, what are the areas of interest for further learning in 2024? So that was all for today, guys. I think the video was even too long. I'm so sorry. Next time I try to make it shorter. Uh, Next time, so in the next video, we'll cover the topic concerning the planning of 2024. How can you plan 2024 more effectively? There is a method I will use in that video, or I will mention in that video. The EQ. Yeah, sorry guys, I was a bit interrupted. So the next video will cover how you can plan next year, 2024, more effectively, and make sure that your plans uh, come to life, if I should say it that way. So in order to not miss any video, try to subscribe to our channel and see you next time, guys.